Askreddit asks, what are some of the best choices you've made in your life?
When I was in kindergarten, if you did stuff well and didn't get in trouble, you earned points that you could buy a reward with. I saved mine up for a long time to get a mini gumball machine. But when I finally went to get it, I made a split-second decision to buy a glass rose that was another one of the prizes because I was about to visit my grandma and I wanted to give her something. Now every time I visit my grandma for years, I get a little warm feeling seeing that rose sitting carefully in her living room above the fireplace.
This is so adorable. So many adults are still afraid to give up what they want, but don't need, for the benefit of someone else. But you discovered the benefits of selflessness in kindergarten. That's awesome.
Losing weight. Skin got better. Easier to find clothes. Better social interactions. Lesser judgmental comments.
To piggyback on that, not getting winded running or climbing stairs. Not feeling hot all the time, while being hotter all the time. Pull-ups. Sitting on hard surfaces is uncomfortable now, though.
I met this girl my first year in the Navy. She was Russian and in the US on a work visa. She was studying English and got to spend the summer in the US as a part of her university program. While she was here, she was working as a lifeguard for the apartment pool and I was swimming every day till I could pass a swim qual for a Navy school I was going to. After a few days of flirting and conversation, I find out she lived in apartment 101 and I lived in 102 of the same building. She was the girl next door. She told me her dream was to get an American education, but unfortunately she would have to leave at the end of the summer. If you know anything about military pay, you get an extra allowance for housing if you're married. I married her so she could start her dream and I'd get paid more. We agreed that if it didn't work out, we would divorce when she got her green card. It was risky. I could go to jail, and she could get deported and never be able to return. But I fell in love with her and she me. This next August will be our 11-year anniversary and we have 2 kids. I can't imagine my life without her now. Sometimes the risk is worth it. Just plug your nose and jump. Edit. Okay, I've learned from you guys that the story about my Russian spy wife would make for a great movie and you're all crying. Thanks guys. I've literally read every comment and responded to a couple because you guys are rad. Also, Reddit Gold? WTF, go donate to a charity.
To move to Ireland. Yeah, emigration is not for everyone. But it helped me build a life for myself.
I'm imagining some 19th century Irish guy hearing this in disbelief. To Ireland, you say, dot.
Where did you move from?
Ireland is great dude in here too. Exclamation mark.
Quitting smoking. I smoked for 9 years and quit too. 5 months ago. One of my favorite things I can do now is run. As a smoker I could never run for more than 2 minutes without dying. Now I probably have a 7-minute mile. I wish I could go back in time and undo all the damage smoking did to me. But all I can do is push forward from here and be glad I don't smoke. Screw cigarettes! Exclamation mark.
Hell yeah, keep it going. I smoked a pack a day for 8 years and I'm a year. 1 month. A 3 days clean. Best decision ever. All of us are in this together.
I'm proud of you, stranger. Ditto. Shout out to Stop Smoking and the Easy Way book. Thumbs up.
Probably my decision to go talk to a therapist about my stress issues.
I'm imagining some 19th century Irish guy hearing this in disbelief. To Ireland, you say, dot.
It was actually the intention of many Irish to return. They were fleeing Angorta and persecution by the English. They fled with the intention to return or send their children and resources back. That's why some people qualify for Irish citizenship through their ancestry.
You hit the nail on the head with this one.
My ex-girlfriend got hooked on heroin, so I broke it off. I slipped a Narcan into her bag before she walked out the door, too. Later that week, I heard she tried to purposely OD. Someone found the Narcan and brought her back. Apparently, she turned her life around after that. Edit. We were together for almost 10 years. For things to have ended like that, it hurts so fucking bad. I heard she sobered up and recently got engaged. Glad I could do her one last solid. Have a nice life. Ape. Red heart.
Thanks to your post, I found out you can purchase Narcan without a prescription. Going to do the same for someone I know. Thank you for the idea. /closing parenthesis dot.
Going back to high school. I'm almost done. Only 14 years late. Worth it.
Me too. I'm 54 and I graduate this Wednesday night. I went back to continuation school and sat in a classroom. The tutors were my son's age. Class of 2018 rocks.
I'm guessing you're in night classes though, right? I pictured a 30-year-old sitting in class with kids lol.
Attaboy.
I had a rule: don't flirt if there is no possibility of a relationship. My thinking was if this go badly you're just embarrassing yourself. And if things go well you're just setting up for disappointment. While at my college roommate's wedding I broke that rule to flirt with the maid of honor. Even though she lived 3 time zones away. Yeah, we're married now.
That sounds wonderful. If you don't mind me asking, how did you guys defeat the 3 time zones thing?
Long ago and far away, after agreeing with my partner that it would be best for us to terminate her unexpected pregnancy. I changed my mind, and chose not to. That night I lay awake, wrestling with our decision and its implications, projecting the what-ifs and the maybes into the future as far as I could. Finally, I realized 2 things with absolute certainty. That I loved my partner with all my heart and that the plan we'd set our minds to before going to bed would slowly erode our relationship until it was no more. In the morning, when she woke up, I kissed her gently, told her that I loved her deeply, wanted to have the baby, and asked her to marry me. Here, decades later, having raised and loved the beautiful daughter that was that baby, it was and remains the single best choice I've ever made in my entire life.
Getting sober. Absolutely the best decision ever. Never knew life could be this good.
Same here. 11 months for me today.
Whenever people talk about how they quit an addiction, I'm so incredibly proud of them. Well done.
Currently struggling a lot with this.
This is so adorable. So many adults are still afraid to give up what they want, but don't need, for the benefit of someone else. But you discovered the benefits of selflessness in kindergarten. That's awesome.
This is so true. My wife has been encouraging us to give away something that we're closely attached to. Which is hard but a necessary exercise in the longer run.
Are the kids that bad?
He said closely attached to. To piggyback on that, not getting winded running or climbing stairs. Not feeling hot all the time, while being hotter all the time. Pull-ups. Sitting on hard surfaces is uncomfortable now. Though.
You will feel the freezing cold like 2x harder too.
Being patient and listening before I respond to issues.
I'm almost 40. You kids out there should pay heed to this. Be patient. Take time to reflect, digest and process things. This applies in your personal and professional life. Don't react. Respond.
Listen. Don't wait to speak. That quote was an eye-opener for me.
Breaking up with the emotionally manipulative girlfriend. I think we're all in that situation with a partner at some point or other, and finally taking the step to get away from them and realize you don't need them is a big part of emotional maturity. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and above all, have an excellent day you incredible people.